Hot chicky nuggets, man. Oh my god. We got our first big thing coming out. Of course, we're all in quarantine right now, but this is something big to be discussing because we got some new casting announcements for The Mandalorian Season 2. And it's big. Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, Ahsoka Tano, who we just saw in the latest episode of Clone Wars, which was fine. It was fine. It was nice seeing her return. And my review's up there in the link above. If you love Clone Wars, do you guys want to review that? Check that up that review up there. Let me know your thoughts on that episode. But seriously, Ahsoka Tano is going to be in The Mandalorian Season 2. The first aspect of ever seeing her in a live-action format. Awesome right there. But then you tell me that Rosario Dawson is going to be playing Ahsoka Tano? What a dream for me in heaven, guys. What's going on? My name is Zach. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you guys are new here, hit that like and subscribe button. If you love Star Wars, if the Force is with you, if you love The Mandalorian, let's discuss it. And of course, if you're not new here, you already know what I'm going to say. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. I am really excited to be discussing this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be as well. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into this article that I have, because Slash Film has officially announced and actually has the exclusive that Rosario Dawson will be appearing in The Mandalorian Season 2, but they are excited to report that she will be playing the fan favorite character Ahsoka Tano, who we have never seen played in a live action format. We've only seen her in animation. We've seen her in Clone Wars, and we've seen her in Rebels, which, God, I kind of thought this was going to be happening, especially with the way that Mandalorian ended off. Now, spoilers if you don't know, of course, someone got the Dark Saber, and that's going to obviously tie into some form of frame, because obviously the Clone Wars is kind of leading up to the Siege of Mandalorian, or Mandalore, and I think many of us know that, in a sense, I think that's going to come into play. I think Moff Gideon actually come into play in this season of Clone Wars. Or we're going to see a little bit of a tie-in and narrative kind of all connecting right there, even if it's very subtle and very small, but the thing that makes me excited to see this, and this makes sense because a couple weeks back, they actually said that we are going to be getting some Star Wars characters that we've known before inside The Mandalorian Season 2, and even that there will be some lightsaber action. I'm assuming that's what we're talking about with Ahsoka Tano, and I'm going to even go further and say this. I guarantee Ahsoka Tano is going to face off against Moff Gideon with the Dark Saber and her two lightsabers, which, God, oh glory, that is going to be so freaking cool. I could not wait for Season 2 now. But even going into this more, this is, of course, for people who don't know, Ahsoka Tano is Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Padawan apprentice who appeared in, again, the Star Wars, Clone Wars, and, of course, Rebels. This would be the first character, again, in live action, but also this is the first character that we've ever seen coming from an animation that started out in animation and finally coming to live action. And for people who don't know, Dave Filoni is the co-creator of Ahsoka in animated form. He is the writer, producer, and director on The Mandalorian. He also made his live-action directorial debut, helming multiple episodes of the first season. So I'm actually going to say this. We know Dave Filoni is most likely directing 2 episodes of The Mandalorian from what has been confirmed. I'd probably go out to say that he's most likely going to be directing the 2 episodes, or at least the one of the episodes will feature Ahsoka Tano, most likely her return to it. We don't know how much this could be. It could be 1 episode, could be a couple episodes. I'm going to go as far as to say I think she's going to come in midway through the season and really become a major character to play inside The Mandalorian. And I would even go as far as to say I think it's going to happen to do a little bit with our little friend Baby Yoda, because we're going to learn more about where Baby Yoda comes from. I think Ahsoka is going to be a part of this whole thing, maybe even a training element, and maybe even a master to Baby Yoda and training him to become better. I'm so excited for this, and the coolest thing about this is looking at this is a fan casting dream come true, because back in 2017, a fan tweeted out Rosario Dawson asking her to appear in a Star Wars movie as Ahsoka, and the actress actually responded and said, yes please, Ahsoka lives, hashtag. This tweet spurred like tons of group debate all across the role, and I think Rosario Dawson is like straight up the best person that, like, in my mind, that I would want to play Ahsoka Tano. Actually, watching the episode earlier today, I thought, who would be a great person to play? And I'm like, Rosario Dawson. I've always wanted her to get into the Marvel or the Star Wars universe. I think she would be great as She-Hulk, and I think she'd be great as, say, Ahsoka Tano, and just seeing she is Ahsoka Tano. And there are so many different things that people would know. If you haven't watched Clone Wars, I really can't emphasize enough that you go check that out. Even Rebels, especially, was seeing how it goes about. And if you didn't catch the Easter egg in Rise of Skywalker, you do hear her voice for a split second. I also want to kind of just throw in a couple other things. Ahsoka made an appearance in the epilogue of Star Wars Rebels series titled Family Reunion, and Obviously, we don't know exactly where she could be going. We know that she is alive between the parts of leading into the newest trilogy, which we know she has passed away on, but we also know that she's alive after Rebels taking place during the original trilogy. So for me, going deeper into this and kind of just going off what Slash Films is saying, the first quarter 2020 financial results conference call that CEO Bob Iger mentioned that The Mandalorian Season 2 coming in October and then more coming, The Mandalorian therefore after, including the possibilities of infusing it with more characters and the possibility of taking those characters in their own directions in terms of series. And that Rebel epilogue is set somewhere within the timeline as The Mandalorian as it appears. Perhaps Ahsoka appears in Season 2 as a setup for the live-action Disney spin-off series or movie, which I could see happening. The other character I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a glimpse of in here is Sabine. One that I'm sure is kind of tied into Ahsoka at this point in time. I could be completely wrong, but I think there's a chance that we do see Sabine and maybe even the future of where Ezra went inside the future of the Star Wars universe. We don't know where he went out, but it would be curious to see that in its whole entirety. Again, like I've already mentioned, the Dark Saber is a major fact in here. Was once the property of Sabine Wren, the colorful Mandalorian warrior who Ahsoka joins in the quest for Ezra. So it might make sense that Sabine plays a role in this whole entirety. Although I really don't know. Of course, Slash Film isn't saying anything about it. We do know that there are going to be some certain elements in here. She did have a good relation with Master Yoda. Maybe that ties in again to the child. Who knows, guys? Let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comment section. Are you guys excited about this? Are you not? Let's discuss it down below, guys. I'm psyched. I'm psyched. And I'm sure many of you guys are as well. So thank you guys again so much for clicking on this video. And of course, until next time, stay classy and may the Force be with us all.